we're going to talk about the Revolve series of boots. So as a little reminder, the Revolve are our 99mm boots. They're going to be our lowest volume in the Flex collection. We have two shells though. We have the Revolve, which is going to feature just the small heel insert that can be changed. And then we have the Revolve Plus, which has got the replaceable heel and toe. The Revolve Plus is going to be found on the Tom Wallish and the TBL models, as well as the team boots. The Revolve is going to be the Pro and the base model. Little update we've made is the new tongue. One small change we did make is changing the tongues from Grilamid to Peebacks. They're going to ski exactly the same, but possibly even have a little bit more pop, but it's a more green story. The material is actually derived from a castor bean, so it is slightly more green. Another small change we made is the top cable insert. It's going to function basically in the same way. You're still going to be able to adjust the top cable to make it a little bit tighter, but we've made that adjustment easier. Before it could be a little bit hard to move the cable, so we've changed it up so it's easier for somebody to make the adjustment. The change we made to the cable insert at the top is making it so the cable is going to stay in place better. Sometimes when the cable was loose, especially if somebody was touring in the boot, the cable could actually rattle loose. So we've now made it so it's going to stay in place much better. So basically it's going to be easier to adjust, but the cable is going to stay in place much better. That update is going to be across the entire Flex collection. So back to Revolve, we have 4 models for both men and women. The top end, we've got the Pro models. That's going to be the Tom Wallish, the TW, and the Taylor Lundquist boot, the TBL. Below that, we've got the team boots. It's going to be a 120 flex for men and a 110 for women. Under there, we've got the Pro. That's really going to be the bread and butter freestyle boot. It's got that wrap liner inside, and it's going to be 100 flex for men, 90 for women. Rounding out the collection, we have the Price Point Revolve and Revolve W. These are going to have the classic tongue liner. They're going to be super comfortable out of the box with that nice forgiving, easy flex. Let's talk about the Method boots. Method is our wider last. It's a 102mm fit, so it's going to fit those kind of bigger feet. It's also just going to be a super comfortable boot for somebody who's not wanting that tight fit. We have 2 models for men, 2 models for women. We have the base one, the Method itself, and we have the Pro. The Pro is going to have that wrap liner inside. It's going to be that really comfortable fit. All the Method boots are going to feature the new Peebacks tongue. They're also going to have the new cable insert at the top. Alright guys, we're going to jump into some of the Flex boots. We're going to start with the Diverge. The Diverge is the really important collection for us. This free ride boot has been something that's been really successful. We've got a couple of new models in the lineup for the F23 season. First thing I want to touch on though is the overall updates that we've made. So one thing that's big on all of the new Flex boots is the Peebacks tongues. Before, we used Grilamid for all of the tongues. Grilamid and Peebacks are really quite interchangeable. They both have a lot of the same characteristics. They're going to be good at a big range of temperatures, so the boot's not going to stiffen up when it's cold. They're also lightweight for the actual volume of the plastic. We use a Peebacks Renew, which is actually derived from the oil of a castor bean. So it's still plastic, but it has got a slightly green story. So Peebacks tongues, they're going to feel exactly the same basically as the Grilamid ones. We tested them with all of our athletes, and some of the athletes even said they had slightly more pop. So that's going to be new on all Flex boots. You're also going to find in the Diverge range that the LT models, which are designed as our kind of real backcountry boots, the lighter weight ones, we changed the lower shell from Grilamid to Peebacks. So that's going to be on both LT for men and women. The other parts that we changed in this is add a couple of models. Last season, for men, we had the LT model and we had the Sammy Carlson Pro boot. For women, we had that LT and we had the base model, the Diverge W. What we wanted to do for F23 is round out the collection so it's the same for men and women. So we've added the Diverge base model for men. We also added a Diverge Pro for women, which is going to be the same overall feature set as the SC, the Sammy Carlson model.